Chopping it up. We gonna get down to the truth. Chopping it up.
All right. You like so clearly I'm not DJing. I gotta work on that. I gotta get this blending to I kind of honored my sister Vanessa there. What's funny is you didn't even realize every time the song came on that was one of yours.
Oh, I did realize. I was like, oh my God.
Yes. All right. So we have for those of you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all right, 25 people watching on right now so far, you on live. And for those people and my people that just reached out to me, they want to know what the drink word is for tonight, because I let them know it is love. Whenever you hear the word love, you go ahead and take that shot if you're playing the game. All right. And so now, before we start, I want to say that I am kind of mad that all these years, I've known Vanessa since 2009 or 2008, forgot which one. She never corrected me. I just realized 2 weeks ago, because my wife never corrected me either, that I was saying her name wrong. And I was trying to be slick with it, and Ferreira, I was saying, because it sounded cool like that. The name is Ferreira, and nobody told me.
My name is not Ferreira.
Then I said it right the first time?
It's Ferreira.
I told you, baby. I told you. I'm the man. That means I've been saying it right all these years.
Yes, Ferreira.
Skip on that. Thank you. So in that case, she hasn't been correcting other people. With me, she didn't correct me because I said it right. We are good there. All right. So we have Vanessa Chica. Vanessa Chica Ferreira. Ferreira. It's hard, man. There's a lot of R's in there.
There's a lot of vowels.
Vanessa Chica Ferreira is a New York City educator, writer, poet, playwright, fat activist, founder of the Word Box, and poetry editor for the Ice Colony. Not anymore, really, right?
Not anymore.
Now you're an editor of your own, of your own work. A featured poet at various events throughout New York City, she co-wrote and performed in a 3-women play titled Live Big Girl, debuted at the National Black Theater. Her work has been published in the BX Files, the Abuela Stories Project, the New York City Writing Project, the Accentos Review, and Great Weather for Media anthology. She is currently collaborating on a woman-led creative collective play titled We Could Never Be Small, a poetry anthology, and a children's book. Vanessa Chica believes there is strength in vulnerability and getting stronger every day. And she really, really cut this bio down because it's bigger than that. You've done so much more than that. So hi.
Hi.
Let's start with the main question. Who is Vanessa Chica?
Who am I? I can start with the usual, right? I'm a woman. I'm a poet. I'm an educator. Describing myself, when you gave me the questions, I put likes moonlight, walks on the beach. Honestly, I believe that, and I always try to be authentic, kind, sensitive. I'm smart, good looking.
All that. After you said walks on the beach, a bunch of people were trying to swipe left, swipe right on the screen. They were like, yes. Swipe right, not left. Continue. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's good. I think that describes me. I think so.
All right. So, when and where was your first performance?
It was at the Poets Corner in Puerto Rico in 2013. I joined the open mic, and that was like the first time I ever dared to, speak publicly, really.
Really? I've heard of the place. I've never been there. What's it like there?
It's a pretty cool place. Casual, bunch of people, just around.
Mostly in Spanish speaking, of course.
No. It's a combination.
And what did you do there?
I don't remember.
Was it an English piece or a Spanish piece?
English.
And did you have everybody crying?
I don't recall. I was trying to focus. The cool thing was that Mark Vigo was on vacation there at that time.
Ah,
So that was
nice.
pretty cool, right? To have someone that is
Yes.
there.
Accident, but not accident. The
Right.
universe works in mysterious ways, especially for us because we have a cool circle.
That's right.
So, is when you first got on that stage, that was your first time. So I remember my first time. The paper was shaking like crazy. I thought I was gonna rip it. Did you read it? You went off book, or did you like?
Um, you know what? I'm not sure, but I remember that there was shaking for sure. I don't think I read off of a paper, maybe off of my phone, because
Yes.
I didn't go there intentionally to read something. I went there like, all right,
Right.
let's check it out.
Yeah, and
But
Tulise
yeah,
wasn't there, so it's okay to
no.
go off the phone. Who, by the way, he now reads off his phone
You know what? Now,
all the
nowadays,
time.
that's right. That's right.
Yes. All right. So, is there a history to how your parents named you, and how was the name and person Vanessa Chica born?
Okay, so my mom chose my name. She was a little girl watching a movie in Dominican Republic, and the main character's name was Vanessa, and that's how she chose my name.
Mhm,
And Vanessa Chica came from I don't know, I liked the sound, right? The Latina repping, being Latina. So I liked the
mhm,
Chica. And then years later, I realized, right, like no coincidences, my dad, they used to call him Chico, right? He was like, he was a
mhm.
super, and they would call him Chico. So I'm like, oh, that probably happened, for a reason.
Yes, yes. And Vanessa, I wonder what Vanessa means. I should have checked that.
Butterfly,
Um,
it means butterfly.
Get out of here.
It
And you love
does.
butterflies. I still remember
Yes.
the photograph you took of the chime.
Yes.
Awesome. That, and you are a butterfly. You came out of cocoons to be the person you are today. We know that. We're probably going to hear more about that later. But that's beautiful. So, were your parents creative, or did they enjoy the arts or music to the point that it was a staple in your home?
Yeah, music was a thing in my house. My father loved to sing boleros. He had a great voice. Like whenever I think of him, I still imagine him belting them out. Like that's my memory of him. And I guess maybe that's why I got into music also. And my
Mhm.
mom was just her own entity, like her own creative being, not so
Yeah.
much in art or, but she just was.
She was creative in the home. She was creative in the
Yes.
family.
Yeah.
So, man, I wish you did you have recordings of your father singing?
I no, it's all in my
That
head.
would be awesome. I was,
That would have
me,
that would have been
my
awesome.
my producer wheels just started turning. I was like, I wish you had that. I
I
would have
wish
rocked with that.
I really wish I did too. Yeah.
So, in school, I mean, most like I ask this question a lot because myself, but and it kind of molded me. But were you bullied, or did you go hard times as a kid or a teenager? And if so, how did it affect you?
Well, I've always been fat. So absolutely, you're fat, you're getting bullied.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way that it is. Writing helped me a lot,
Mm.
a lot. That's what I did. I wrote things out and just put my feelings on paper, and that was helpful.
Yeah, I get that, and I was bullied, and when I can remember being 6, 7 years old, and just going just in the projects in the Bronx, and it was just difficult, and I started scribbling, and just recently writing one of my new collections, I remembered that that was the first time I did anything artistic, was just getting my anger out on paper and frustrations and sadness. So that's cool. Um, so what age were you when you first wrote?
I'm not sure. I know I was really young. I know in sixth grade there was like a writing contest, like a scary writing contest, and I won. And it was around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It was funny because I won a turkey. So I'm like a little kid like, giving me a turkey. But it kind of like, I was like, oh, maybe there is something, maybe I do have some talent in writing.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So who would you say, I mean, past or present, that was an inspiration in your life to be in the arts?
So as a kid, honestly, the Diary of Anne Frank
Mm, that
taught
scared
me,
me.
no, seriously, it taught me that I could write things down. I could write down what I feel. Um, you know, just her overall feeling, right? She's a little girl who was in hiding, but she was still so optimistic and so full of life.
Hmm.
And that did something to me. That
Yeah.
really did do something to me. So from then I started a Dear Diary, right? And then that diary
Yeah.
turned into what it is. I mean, if you listen to my poetry, it's basically, you know,
Yes.
your diary.
Yeah, and I was about to ask you, and you kind of answered it, but I guess you can get more deep with it or in depth. So when did you realize that you wanted to be a poet? Or maybe when did you realize that you were a poet? Because those are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
First you gotta want to do it, and then you have to feel like you're comfortable enough to say, I am a poet.
Well, first, Anne Frank told me. Yeah, I struggled in the beginning, right? When saying, oh, I'm a poet, I struggled a lot with it. I'm like, oh, what is a poet? What have I done that gives me that title? But I got over that really quick, right? Yeah, I am a poet. So I got over it fairly quickly.
So you are not just a poet, you're a teacher, you're an educator.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a poet and you're a writer, and now you're also a playwright. And I bet you're gonna get into the directing soon. If you weren't a teacher or a poet, what would be your dream job?
A philanthropist for the arts. I want to be rich. I just want to give money to the arts. That would be my ideal job.
I could see that. I could see that. And so that's kind of but as a career, besides that, like what else would you be doing? And you probably say nothing, like me. Like, I don't know. My day job is.
I don't want to work anymore.
Exactly.
I just want to be rich. So it's hard to think of another career goal. I mean, I do love teaching, but it's heck of a hard job.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
and you'll never edit again.
I don't know if I would edit again. Maybe in a group, but by myself, I'm not sure because it's a big task.
It is. It's a lot of work. It's so when you did that beautiful book, The Girl with the Smile, that's been standing on its own for so long now, everybody loves it who has read it. How did that come about, and what moved you to write it and publish it?
So Peggy Robles Alvarado, we were going to an AWP conference, and she's like, you have to have something of your work. You have to have something. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to have something. So, I mean, I just put the collection together, and then I reached out to you. I'm like, I need help. Like, how do I do this? And then I asked my fiance, hey, can you take a picture of me? So it kind of like
great cover too.
Thank you. It all just came together because, of my friends, basically.
Do you have it with you in front of you?
No.
How dare you?
I know, not ready.
How dare you? You know what's funny is I said, I better bring it up. I said, nah, she's going to have hers.
No, I don't have it. It's somewhere. I don't even know where. I mean, it's somewhere, but I can't go get it.
No. This is the beautiful, everybody get The Girl with the Smile. It's on Amazon. And it's a beautiful black and white cover. And it's kind of, the book itself just screams Vanessa. And the title is Vanessa. So yeah, you got to check that out. I love it. All right. So I've witnessed your work lean heavily on love, heartache, to self-love and grief, and now culture is creeping its way in a lot of your work. So what moved you to make each of these transitions with your work?
My work is based on my life, what's happening at the moment. Really, that's how I write. I mean, some people are so talented, they can write about, something else happening in other parts of the world, but I really write from me. Again, that Dear Diary kind of feeling.
Right. Look, someone posted in the chat your book link there.
Thank you, Mara.
And yeah, probably. So and that's brave, because a lot of people are afraid to come out of the box because they're afraid they're gonna lose fans or people that really who want to hear that same thing from you. So for you to take okay, you love me as a love poem writer, and then go somewhere else with it, and then go somewhere else with it again. That's very brave, and I like that. That's honest. That's you being real to who you truly are, and I love that, because I'll say it many times. You are amazing.
Thank you.
And super talented, and that realness part of you makes you even more special.
Thank
So
you.
now you were a member of Machete Movement. Machete Movement was a band that I directed. And how was that? And would you join another band if the opportunity arose?
uh honestly, so I had these checklists, right? Like these dream things that I wanted to do. I mean, I still
Mhm.
have them. And being in a band or singing was one of them. So like it just came and I was like, oh my God, yes, I want to do it. And it was fun and I have great memories. Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, dope. Would I join another band? I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. It's
Yeah. It
I don't
was a
know.
lot.
It's a lot of work and you
It was
know,
a lot.
if you love the people that are in it, it makes it
Mhm.
easier. So I don't know, but you never know in life. So I'm gonna say no say.
Yeah, we were more of a family than a band, so it was
Right.
more fun, but it was hard work. Me, I don't think I'd ever do a band again because it was like it was so much with the carrying and the setup, and then but I love, like you, the experience. I
Mhm.
love the family we created with it, so it was great. I like to hear what other people who were in this band um, got out of it, because it was a great experience for me myself.
Yeah.
So you took many workshops to enhance your skills. And so which one would you say had the most impact on you becoming the artist that you are today?
So like every workshop I take, I leave with something, right? But being part of the Sunday writing workshop with
Mhm.
Latanya Devon was life-changing. That's where I met many other poets and started to develop my voice more, right?
Right.
That's where my community was. Yeah, so
Yeah. So you were a partner with her with the Full Circle writing workshops, and then the Full Circle Ensemble, which was doing performances, which both I think there was three of them, right? Well, that was
eh,
sold out, and then some individual ones that branched out from that.
right.
Um, Tell me about that experience. I mean, you kind of just did, but this, I know it's deeper than that, because it was not just being there. You had to get the right facilitator.
Mhm.
You had coaches, you had the performances part of it. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, the brain power came from Latanya, right? Latanya is super thoughtful and when she creates things, she does so with purpose, right?
Mhm.
So I was just there to, as an assistant to guide her, to, give her ideas and we would develop them together. Um, and, like I decided to become her partner, one, because she's an awesome human, right?
Right.
And I don't know, I think it's something that I needed and she knew it. So she invited me to collaborate with her. Honestly, like I know
Yeah.
every decision that Latanya makes, she has a thought behind it. So
That's interesting that that something you needed and she knew it. It
it has
not
to
only
be.
yeah, okay, that's a serendipity, but it's also um it talks, I mean, yeah, I'm interviewing you, but it's also, it speaks to who she is, like, and in relation to you, like there's a connection that she could feel what you needed, and that this would be good for you, and not only for you, but together you guys would create something awesome. That's beautiful. um then there was like I said, the Full Circle Ensemble theater shows at the African Theater, and that was you from there, you got deeper into the thespian arts. You now I think, I kind of feel like you got inspired by that. um I forgot the name of the play that we went to, that it was Peggy and Maria Rodriguez.
Oh, oh my God.
Because I remember, yeah, I forgot the name. It's a great play. Sorry for everybody who's in
Soledad speaks. Soledad.
Soledad Speaks. I
Yes, yes,
remember that kind of inspiring all of us. Like,
yes.
wow, this was
Right.
awesome. Um, and then Live Big Girl is not just a performance, it's a book. And it's becoming a groundbreaking, infectious movement. So let's talk about that. Live Big Girl, not just the show, but the movement.
So, when you attend your peers' events, right, and you get inspired to create your own, or, you're like, wow, I want to do that too. I want to bring out that message. And I don't know, we were just like Karina, Rebecca, and we were just all just talking about how much we have in common in, living in a larger body. And then we started writing to it, and they're like, it kind of like started having a life of its own. And I'm like, oh, Peggy has to direct this, right? Because we need Peggy to direct this.
You're right.
So, yeah, no, I mean, we've done so much from it, right? We did the book, and we did the play. We had several shows. We didn't continue because things happened and COVID happened, and we'll see what happens after.
But it also became something. It sparked into a movement. Like, did you realize that this play would become a movement?
No.
Right, but then now you do.
Right.
Yeah, you see it. Yes,
and it also opened up for me to be more of an activist, right? Like,
right.
For me to be able to call myself an activist, right? That's another stage in my life to say, hey, I'm a fat activist. That's a big deal for me.
Yes.
Right? So yeah. We've done.
And when people hear the word activist, they immediately think it's about politics or justice, right? Nobody thinks about it as like you said, a fat activist. That was something different. So for you, you found something that was actually something you can fight for. And yeah, I am an activist. It's not the same as you might sometimes before you did that felt like, I wish I could be involved in some way in something big, but you already were, because you were an activist for yourself, right?
Right.
So but after this play, which I'm sure, that's why I asked, I don't think anybody thought this would be a movement. Me, myself, I just thought it was a great play. And then the responses and the way you affected people, and then watching you get picked by articles and on your interviews and different shows and different features because of the way the good that you made people feel for being who they are and themselves, loving themselves, and that's big. So yeah, that's awesome. So you took on a big journey of editing the Latinx anthology that we kind of talked about a little bit, What They Leave Behind, which is an amazing book, by the way, amazing book, which is a very cultural path in your career. How did that come about, and how was that experience for you?
Honestly, it happened by chance. I submitted a poem to the ICE colony, and the head person reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be their poetry editor. And I'm like, oh, cool. Why are you reaching out to me? He's like, oh, I've been following you for a while now. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do this. And then he's like, hey, do you want to create a submission to create an anthology? And I'm like, cool. Right. And I thought that I was going to get support. Right. I thought it was like right. And then he's like, okay, go. And then I'm like, oh, now what? So there was a learning curve, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
The beautiful cover was designed by Nia and Dino.
Right.
Everyone who submitted, I mean, there's really good works in there.
Right. Oh yeah. Amazing, I love it.
Amazing work. And yeah, it was definitely a challenge.
And it's diverse. It's a diverse book too. And what I feel is like you needed that, because I feel like sometimes you don't know how big you are, you know what I mean? And you could do so much. And then that was something that you probably would, at first glance, if he would have said you're on your own, you would have been like, right? Yeah. But now it's in your lap. You have no choice now. You had to do it. But then it was something. It's another feather in your cap, right? It's just you did something that, I mean, if you never go back to it, I did it. You know what I mean? And you are a person that can do anything. And I love that you just did one more thing. You're a person with many hats. I think there's going to be a lot more hats that you wear. But yeah, I'm glad that you did that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I wasn't glad during it. I'm like, why did I do this? But
well, it's worth it, and nothing worth having comes easy, right? That's the saying. So with COVID, the poet community leaned heavily on virtual spaces to hold events. how was the transition from a live audience to almost total silence and unseen or unheard audience reaction
Right.
for you?
So it was a little odd at first, right? Because we're used to live people, we're used to the sounds and the
Right,
snaps.
right.
So it was a little odd. But then the introvert in me was kind of happy because I'm like, I'm in my
Yes.
house, you know? I mean, but I do miss a live audience. I mean, I'm not rushing to go out there just yet, but eventually it'll be good to see people.
Yeah, well, yeah. I hope soon. I'm not gonna rush it because it's scary.
Right.
But yeah, it was for me, it showed that even apart we could be really close.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
how dope are we? We made it happen.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Kept going.
yeah.
And I gotta shout out you and Kat and Tamara and all the people who continue for me, for us. The thing that we love to do, we all pitch in every time and make sure this works and happens. So you're doing the work that you love creatively. You ever fear that one day that'll end?
Sometimes when I'm not writing much, because when you start doing things for others, right? When you start creating workshops and facilitating and things like that, your writing kind of goes to the side because you're so busy trying to create things for others. And sometimes I think, oh my God, what if I'm not inspired to write anything else? But, I'm walking down the street and I look at something and the poetry comes and I'm like, I'm forever going to have poetry.
Yes.
There's no need to fear. It's always going to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would never stop writing or even doing music and I I just there are times that I did get scared, like when I moved here. I was like, how am I gonna find a beautiful community like I had in New York? Meanwhile, I was able to stay with my community in New York via I don't want to say thanks to the pandemic because that sounds crazy, but thanks to virtual spaces, I'm able to we were forced, right? We were forced to find ways to be together this way. And that's a beautiful thing. Something beautiful came out of something ugly. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So what makes you feel uplifted these days?
Friendships, right? Just having someone, even if it's, a text, how are you? How you're doing? We're checking in. Good morning. Things like that. Creating on my Cricut. I'm always making something.
I
I'm
know.
always making something. Always. I made cups the other day. Like I'm always making something.
That's what I'm talking about. See, that was a little plug right there. Y'all didn't even notice that.
No.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, but I'm always creating. I'm always creating some way, somehow. Always.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. So, what is something that you would give up or change?
What do you mean?
What would you? So, what something in your life right now that you would give up or change? Well, let's put it this way. What is something that you want to give up or change?
Nothing.
That's even a better question. So everything is the way you want it.
Everything is the way that it should be for the better
It's
of my life.
you. I feel like digging deeper because I don't believe that.
I mean,
But
oh,
you know
okay,
what? Here's the
well, I
thing.
mean,
With you, it's possible. 'Cause you're probably the sweetest person in the world.
I don't know. But I mean, yeah, I can complain about my job, right? I can do all these things, but my job serves its purpose, right? I'm working.
Beautiful. Yes.
So no, my life is what it is, right? I'm grateful.
Yeah, and then you already answered this question pretty much because you said it. But so you consider yourself an introvert. Do you
Yeah.
still consider yourself an introvert?
Yes, I'm an extroverted introvert. So like I can,
Turn it off.
well, after a while, I have to turn it off. I need to go back and regroup,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, people always say you're not an introvert. You do all these things. I'm like, I'm just being brave, people.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. I
But
get
honestly,
that.
inside, I'm like, oh.
So you still get nervous on stage.
Oh yeah, of course. I think
So
we all
the
do.
minute you get out there, it's like
It's like,
ah,
No, yeah, it's always like that. And then even after, right, you have that residual
Right,
feeling,
right, right.
you know. But then, after you're like, all right, I did that.
Right, right.
You
So I
know,
mean, I have anxiety, so I turn it off, and people don't realize sometimes I just have to block. You think I'm looking at the audience, but I'm not. I'm looking at the wall behind them.
focus.
Yeah, but the minute I get out there, I feel that. I know that fear that just you got to conquer it, and then that's how you move forward.
Well,
Um,
a way that I do it is
mhm.
I don't disengage, I connect. And that helps me.
That's the
That really,
reverse.
yeah, I grab people from the audience and that helps.
Yeah. Well, that would freak me out. I would be like, "Why are you looking at me?" So, when do you write, and what are your writing rituals?
I'm trying to be better at that and meet, on Sundays and have writing sessions. But honestly, I write when the muse hits.
Really?
When
So,
I'm
like,
walking,
what's the average time that hits you? Like, is it for me? It's like 3 in the morning.
it's erratic for me. It
Yeah.
really is. There is no schedule. I can wake up from a dream and I'm like, oh, there it is. There's a message there. And that will
Mhm.
prompt the writing. Or like I said, I'm walking and like a phrase or something will pop in and it just starts forming itself. And I'm like, wait, I
Right.
gotta get to paper really quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way it happens. Or if I feel particularly strong about something that happened that day, then I would write it.
Is it still paper and pen, or are you
No,
jumping? Are
it's
you
still
or
paper
the
and pen.
phone? Yeah.
It will always
Feels.
be paper and pen.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just, you want to feel that go through from your hand to the sheet.
I
Yes.
think that's the only way that you can actually get everything down in a way that's
Yeah.
smooth, right? It's not
Yeah.
jarring.
Catalina is like that. Her calendar is still paper.
Too. Mine's too.
So is there I mean, you mentioned Anne Frank, but is there a book, movie, song, or show that positively shaped your life, like in a big way, like a significant way? And
There's so many, but
besides that one.
Anne Frank is the one that vibrates. I'm always gonna
Mhm.
speak about her. But I mean, I'm inspired by everything.
Yeah.
I really am. So I
That
I don't have a
it's got
title.
it. That it's that book, and then I get it, because for me that book scared the hell out of me, because as a person, as you start to feel what you're reading,
Right.
so I would feel myself in this enclosed space, and I
Mm,
would have these nightmares of like people, military people coming in trying to find me and stuff. So it was just it was scary for me, but it motivated you to be who you are today.
I'm glad that I pulled all the beauty from that book, right?
Mhm.
All her
Right.
optimism, all her way of thinking. And it really has shaped the person that I am.
Yeah.
Really has.
That is, and you know what? That I didn't know that about you. I wouldn't, and I would never have guessed that book, to be honest. But
Right.
that's,
Right.
yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Um, and it's good to, like, y'all got to know something about her that y'all probably didn't know. See, I got good questions, son.
Yeah, you do. You have really good questions. That you do.
So would you say your past shaped you more, or would you say your current experiences are shaping you more?
It's the past shapes you and then you rewrite it with your current
Ooh,
experiences.
that get on your cricket.
Like that.
Yes, yes. There you go. Look, it's live on Facebook. Tomorrow you could go back and see, what did I say?
Yeah, because
That
I
is
forgot
beautiful.
already.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because there's different chapters to your life, and
Right.
something shapes you different ways. Yeah, absolutely. That's a beautiful answer. T-shirts are on the way. If you want that t-shirt, make sure you
Oh,
hit her up. Oh no, she doesn't like to do, she doesn't like,
I want to
she
do
used to,
it comes out
she did that.
crooked.
All right, so verse novels or poetic novels, right? They
Mhm.
are the best-selling poetry books right now.
Mhm.
Um, are there stories or novels in your future, or a novel in verse that we could expect from you?
No clue. Let's see what the universe brings.
I'm
As
look
you
out.
see, things just come to me and I'm like, sure, let's
Yes.
do it. But as
Well,
of right now, I don't think so, but I don't know.
yeah, I'm gonna be a little muse right here, because something I wanna see from you, and the reason just like you said, there's a journey, right? For you that took you to different chapters, right? Starting with Anne Frank, starting with your parents, then Anne Frank,
Right.
then your first performance, all that. I
Yeah.
got you now. Look,
Yeah.
there it is.
It would be a beautiful story for
It
young
is. And it's
children.
happening, everybody. It's happening because why? Because El David put it in her ear,
Oh,
and
thank
I
you.
sparked the flame in her, and now it's gonna happen. Thank you. Y'all
Thank
could
you.
thank me later, you know. So name a song that makes you cry and a song that lifts you up.
Hmm. So I cry for everything. Let's start with that. I'm a super sensitive person. If I
Mhm.
see two people exchanging embraces or so much joy, I'm gonna cry. If I see people sad, I'm gonna cry.
Mhm.
Gospel music hits me deeply, and I'm
Mm.
not religious, not really. But anytime I hear gospel music, the tears just come. And
Mhm.
also Amor Eterno by Rocio Durca. If you don't
Mm.
know it,
Yes.
hear it. You know, it's forget it. That's a tearjerker for me. So lifting me up, anything with a good beat, right? I also love freestyle, like cheesy freestyle. Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Reggae, old school merengue,
Yes.
classic salsa, bomba, anything, that reaches
Yes.
the body.
So, and for me, Simone, see, I forgot the name. It's something Simone by Willie Colon. That
Oh yeah,
song, oh
yeah,
God, that makes me cry every
yes,
time.
yes.
Yes, yes, yes. I had a sister that passed away from AIDS, and so when
Mm.
I hear that, it's like
That's a great song. That's a
yeah,
great, great. It's a
yeah,
story. It's beautiful,
right.
beautiful.
His voice is bad, but the song itself is too good to deny. It's really good. And then yeah, for me, it's like anything CNC Music Factory.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
Boricua
sure.
anthem. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Once I hear that, boom, 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 boom,
yeah,
and then you just say, you cannot be sad hearing that.
that's
That's
true.
just I come to that conclusion. All right. So what's a moment that hurt you that you can now laugh about? See, there you
uh,
go.
I'm already laughing. Um, you know, all the things that you go through when it comes to like relationships, right? Or
Hmm.
love and all the stupid things you go through. And then years down the line, you look back and it's just hilarious.
Why? Right? You're
Why?
like, why?
Why? And I always, when I think of it and I laugh and I go, hey, it created poems, so I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. And that song I played earlier probably came from one of those, right?
It sure did. Yeah,
Yes. And now you laugh about it.
absolutely.
You actually laughed as soon as I played that song. You
Yes, because I
played
remember.
that.
It's hilarious.
All right. So what was a creative and career risk that you have taken?
Just putting myself out there, right? Just sharing my poetry. Anytime that I put anything out there, I feel like it's a risk. Not
Mm-hmm.
so much a risk because people are gonna have their opinions, but it's just me being brave, right?
Right. Yeah. So when you did your first poem about yourself, your feeling good about your body, or even the body shaming or stuff like that, that had to be, and I'm talking not just the first time, because it has to be the first few times where you get up there and I'm like, I'm gonna say this, and how are they gonna react to this, right?
Yeah, it was terrifying, right? You're always a little bit afraid of being judged,
Mm-hmm.
but that's where the activism comes in, right? From
Right.
taking that space, from sharing my views, my opinions, my feelings, so that others can. And usually, 9 out of 10 times, there's a connection, right? You
Mm-hmm.
rarely hear something negative because we all have those feelings, about
Right.
our bodies.
Oh yeah. And it's not just it's not just your body, it's just some people don't like themselves. And
Right.
for me, like, I felt for many years like an ugly person, and so I would wear shades on stage no matter how dark it was, just so I could feel like nobody sees me. you know, until I got learned to say that I'm beautiful and I love myself the way I am.
Oh,
But you know, going on stage was hard for me just for that. But I never to this day have shared a piece about that, about how I felt
well,
about. Yeah,
well, if I'm gonna make the YA book,
yeah.
then you're going to share a piece about that. That's the deal.
Yeah, that's I got you. I will do that. I mean, I
Hey,
wrote about my anxiety, which took forever because
yeah,
I didn't want people to judge me for it. But yeah, I've never talked about how I felt like an ugly person and didn't want to be seen. So being on stage when you don't want to be seen is hard. And I will do that. Yeah, it's true. I got to get that out. Like I always say,
yeah,
everything on its way up is
exactly.
on its way out.
That's right.
Yeah. So what are you most proud of?
My heart.
Ah, but you didn't make that. Your mama did.
She made it, but I conditioned it and I feed it.
Yes. You are on point, man. You are not gonna stump me, bro. Yes, that's beautiful. I'm proud of your heart too, because your heart like warms everybody else around you up. So and I'm so grateful for that and having you in my life. So is there an event in life you would do over if you had the chance, and
Nope,
why?
nope, because I need all
Really?
my poems. I love all my poems.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't do any event over. You learn from everything.
Yeah, yeah. There's times there's things I would like to change, but then I think if I change that, will I have met my wife and will I have had these children? It would change everything.
Yeah.
So no, I can't either. So I get that. What's your dream goal in life?
To live big.
Yes. That's awesome. And you know what, man? I mean, I mentioned it before, but to be able to say that now with pride, how does that feel? There was a time where you would feel not proud to say that, right?
Right. Because of
Yeah.
all the unlearning that needs to
Yeah,
be.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But now I'm like, yeah, live
And,
big.
and I'll be honest, you helped me with that as well. Cause I also, like I said, I felt and you didn't even notice, I never shared this with you. But a lot of what the live big, I say movement because it is for me, because it moved me to love myself more. But that work that you and Rebecca and Karina did, it really helped me to love myself more and to look at my belly and say it's beautiful and whatever, you know. And it's like, um, and I shouldn't say whatever, because not just looking at yourself in an acceptance way, because you should accept yourself, but you should also love yourself, and you should be able to see yourself and say, I love what I see, you know, and that's part of healing yourself. And I thank you, all three of you, for that.
Of course. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a daily thing, right? It's a
Mhm.
day-to-day thing. And that's okay too, right?
Right. Mhm.
Sometimes you look at your belly and you're like, I don't know if I love it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
I don't like the way it looks on this, this dress or whatever. But ultimately, I go back to live big.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna, I mean, for me, I've been on for the last, I must say it's been short-lived, but for the last like 5 or 6 months, I've been loving myself. And I make sure that's why when that Mary J. Blige song came out, it was so like, this is what I'm doing. Like I would go in the mirror every morning and I was saying, hello, beautiful. You know, I was doing it. She says gorgeous, but I was doing that. And I still to this day have been doing that for the last 5 or 6 months. And it's been life-changing for me to
Oh,
do that. Like I feel like I look younger now to myself, just because I've allowed myself to be happy in my moment instead of degrading myself, you know. So and like I said, there's a lot of that is for the work that you've been doing. It's inspirational. Um, Tell us about the word box, because that is an awesome thing.
it's a virtual writing community founded in March of 2020.
Mhm.
So the 1 year just came up. We have over 30 members. We have monthly generative writing workshops. We share places to submit, right? We share
Mhm.
resources. It's a happy writing place. So yeah, we're open. Come on in and join us. You can go to thewordbox.org to get some more information, or just slip me a DM.
No promise that she'll get back to you right away.
No, I'm pretty good.
I mean, on the DM, on the DM.
On the DM.
So
What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back into time.
Very special moment for me. Look behind me.
Oh yeah. That was
Yes. Tell
that
me
was
about that night. That was a beautiful night.
that was a big one. Even from just
Yes.
wearing that shirt.
That shirt. Now, that shirt, the universe was like, I'm going to push you because the first one got damaged, right?
Right.
And then you probably thought, damn, is the universe telling me not to do this, right? But no, you got it done. You got it right. And then, hey, tell us what the shirt says. You can't really tell there.
So it says pretty for a big girl.
And explain that, why you wore that.
So most of my life, I've always been told like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, if you were only to lose weight, you would be gorgeous. Or, yeah, you're pretty for a big girl or whatever, right? Because yes, I have a pretty face. And that's annoying, right? Why do you have to be pretty for a big girl or pretty
Right.
for fun? I'm just pretty.
Just pretty.
That's it,
Yes. And you had look at those beautiful people around you.
My peoples.
Yes, that was a pillar of support. I love
Yeah.
everybody on that picture.
Yeah.
Especially me.
Listen,
That was Atlanta. That's when she got the nickname Titi.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for you and everyone, the writing community, because honestly, I don't know if I would have came out without you guys, right? We meet the people that we need, and that's how we grow and learn.
You would have came out regardless because you're amazing, and your name is means butterfly. You had no choice. You had to come out.
I don't know. Well, I've had great people to come out with.
So now I don't know if you're gonna play along with the shots or not.
Let's
but
try.
You're gonna try. Okay.
Yeah.
So first one is called No Cap 10 pack. Are you ready? So if you don't answer, you take a shot. That's all. Oh yeah. Take a shot of water.
Okay.
Matter of fact, here's what we'll do. I'll do it for you.
Okay, good.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna be very quick. Hector Lavoe or Juan Luis Guerra?
Oh my God, Juan Luis Guerra. Sorry.
Yes, no, absolutely. Rupi or Pablo Neruda?
Pablo Neruda.
Tribe Called Quest or Jay-Z?
Tribe Called Quest.
Stand and Deliver or Lean on Me?
Lean on Me.
That one surprised me. Cuba Libre or Margaritas?
Cuba Libre.
I might take a shot here. Joker from Next Friday or Spooky from On My Block?
Spooky. Spooky.
Yes. Dolphins or whales?
Whales all the time.
All right. American Me or Blood In, Blood Out?
I don't even know what those are.
Oh, that's it. You're gonna have to get on Netflix and all wherever.
I sure am. Let me write it down.
Yes. Or Blood In, Blood Out. Yes.
Okay.
This is pasteles or tamales.
Oh, pasteles.
You know why I thought you would say tamales? Because when you went to California, yeah.
I love tamales too.
Yes. Open mic or open bar?
Open mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
I'm not a drinker.
All right. Spill it or kill it.
Spill it or kill it. Yeah.
Oh, you can't kill it because you're not drinking, but I'll do that for you.
Okay.
Least favorite open mic. You don't have to answer. I'll take the drink.
I don't even remember.
That's okay. Right.
I'll tell you what. One that most of the poets have an intro to their poem, and they spend about. I wrote this poem at 3:15 a.m. on a winter's eve, and
yes, I don't do intro, so I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. Who is your favorite poet? See, now whoever you say, all your other friends are gonna be like, "What about me?"
That's impossible. I can't pick a favorite.
Can't do it. I knew you weren't gonna.
Never. Each poet inspires me in some way.
All right. Who was your teenage crush?
Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block.
No way.
Yes way.
Yes. Now he's a Bible guy. Yeah.
See? I don't know. I don't like him anymore. I like The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah. Well, The Rock is an amazing person. He's older than me and looks like he's like 20 years younger than me.
It's that smile.
Yes. I mean, not that I'm interested in his smile, but it's a nice smile. It's not an Eric advocate of word smile because he has the best smile in the world.
Does have a nice smile.
Yeah, but it's a good smile.
Yeah.
What is your fiance's most annoying quirk?
Quirks. Let me stop. um I don't know, like you have to pull things out of him to speak. He's not much of a talker. And I talk a lot. And I'll be like, you listening? Come on, give me your input.
Yo, that's Cat. You know, there's sometimes, so I grew up where you don't have to have a response to everything. You could just be like, and she'd be like, that's it? You got nothing to say?
I'm like, say something.
Yes.
Or sometimes I'll say stuff like, the cow jumped over the moon to see if he's listening. And sometimes
yeah.
You're not listening.
Oh my God, that's Cat. That's funny. All right, last one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is one's gonna get you in trouble. Which is the most overrated borough? You're not gonna answer that.
I'm not gonna answer that.
I knew it. Yes. Thank you.
But
and that's the last.
Is that I have people that I love that are from
exactly there. That's right. See, if you was doing the shots right now, you would be messed up.
I would.
But I did it for you, and we good.
Thank you.
You know, and you know, then all my other guests in the future who I know I have lined up now. Don't worry about it. I got you. I have no problem doing it for you. So before we go, we want to see I don't know how many you want to do, but floor is yours if you want to do any pieces. If not, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm working on these 2 pieces, so
yes,
we're gonna try them out here.
All right, everybody get
title. I dreamt myself on a steel bed covered in white, my mother crying above me. They won't regret the complications or incision leaks or a new smaller stomach that sticks like gum, not allowing them to eat, or the inability to gulp water on a hot summer day, or skin folds that open and bleed, or the loose skin that comes that is tucked in jeans, imprisoned by fajas, or the endless fight for skin removal, or the mirror that says, still not good enough, do more, become less, or the heavy mourning of food that once brought comfort, or the betrayal of hair that sides with the hairbrush, or the transfer to a more palatable jail cell, I mean body, or their need to constantly plead to the pool root not grow again, offering it thinness, falsely believing that is enough.
yes.
All right. Thank you. Next one is my body crumbles, a returning. I skim through the pieces, collect the divine innocence, what once was before they came, make my hands sticky with plasma, mold me to returning. The thigh bones connected to the hip bones connected to the backbone, a honey gathering. The 5-year-old with her oversized bowl of cereal and morning cartoons. The 11-year-old who was warned not to have seconds. Big girls don't find husbands. The teenager who ached to be wanted. All bathed, fed, dressed for the occasion. The thigh bones connected to the hip bones connected to the backbones connected to the neck bone. The head returning to its master, reclaiming this body. Thank you.
Yes, give it up.
Thanks.
And I'm gonna tell you that was you got even better than ever. Like when you think somebody cannot get better, but then you came
so
out
nice.
with
new shit,
and it was and it was a rap, right? Oh my goodness. You know why it's better?
Why?
Because you're okay with it. You're
yeah,
okay
that
with
helps.
it. So it's easier to just spit that beautifulness out and the power and with the power that you did. Now, before we go, I was all into it. I was waiting for one more.
No,
but
no.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I got you. You got what I want to do is just make sure that you give your handles out nice and clearly, your IG, your website, your word box, everything, so that everybody can get a little piece of you.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. That
A little
can
piece of my poetry.
experience you. Yes.
Yeah. My IG is Vanessa Chica Writes.
Mhm.
My Facebook is Be Lovely. And Twitter is Poetry Chica. And if you're interested in learning more about the Word Box, is thewordbox.org.
All right. So thank you so much. Everybody give it up for Vanessa Chica. Because you deserve that. And keep an eye out on everything she's doing. If you didn't hear it, go back on Facebook and listen to her handles again, because she's awesome and you have to get involved in what she's doing. Remember, everybody, be yourself, or you're gonna find yourself by yourself. Next month I have Brian Franco. So hope y'all tune in for that and check Brian Franco out. I'm trying to get a few other people for the next month. I want to get Karina up in here. So
yes.
And by the way, after listening to you do that, those, well, especially the second one, but those two poems, I gotta get an all my girl, my female poet circle people on an album. I got to do that, man, because that way, like I heard it when you were doing that. I was like, man, I gotta get you and Tamara and Kat and all these Nia and everybody together and do this. So anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You are the best. We love you. Everybody give it up for Vanessa Chica.
Thank you, everyone.
You didn't hear it? This is Vanessa Chica.
Ah!
Once upon a time in a land called love, he loved me. Loved me like late night poetry. Slow motion words taking shelter between heartbeats. Thoughtless moments. Reaching into live dreams further, deeper. We conjure up lifetimes. Say hello over and over. I missed you. He feels me there. Feels me like forever. Like the carving of a heart on a tree. Classic. Like flowers, innocent kisses and thank yous. No excuses. No hang-ups. No confusion. Just us. Once upon a time, in a land called love, we loved.
That was awesome. Take it all to Facebook. We're so
I thought were we still on live or no?
we're still live.
Are
Yeah.
we really?
Good night, guys. Yeah, you guys are still live.
Yeah.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
You're still live on Facebook.